Okay, here is the road coming up to our farm. Down across the street there is a dairy farm, which is actually in production. And then on this side over here is our neighbor's property. You can see where the fence line is right here. And there's cows over there. There's some heifers that the neighbors are pasturing right next door. This interesting tree is called the southern beech. There's two of them. There's one right over there too. Two of them. And then our property runs along the road here with some more paying trees. And it goes down the hill for a couple hundred more feet down to a creek. And right over here is our front pasture where we keep the pigs. And our drive these board fences here were cut and milled on the property, and Jim put them up. He wanted them to look like the Kentucky board fences, so he painted them black. We are going to, Jim's going to build a sliding gate that's going to go across here. He's going to weld it. You know, when we first bought the property, this little cabin there was original to the property, except that, you know, it was not finished. It was empty. It had nothing in it, no bathroom, no water, no heat, no nothing. And so we spent the first summer here fixing that up. This right here is a chicken coop that Jim built me. We keep it in a pig pasture. And over there is a shelter that we use for the pigs for when it's raining. And there's one pig. That pig right there is Oreo. She's a sow, but she's a young one. And the one that's outside, that's not supposed to be outside, is Spot. Spot's a young sow. She keeps going right under the fence. These right here are actually along this whole fence line here. I don't know if you can see it, but are my dead stick branches. Last winter we went to the neighbor's orchard and picked a bunch, or cut a bunch of branches and stuff and stuck them in the ground hoping they'd root. And we won't know if they're alive until next spring. If they start to blossom, we'll know. They are alive. I mean, they're still springy and they still got some green in them, so maybe we'll have a jump start on our apple orchard. We also have a few trees too on that side of the drive too. And this area here was tilled up for a garden, but I just didn't get to it this year. Maybe next year we'll plant potatoes there or something. Here's my greenhouse. And the fence around the garden, which we never quite finished, but it was enough to keep the birds out and stuff. And you know, at this point my greenhouse I need to finish cleaning it out. There's just dead tomatoes in there. and the cucumbers, which are dead, and the parsley, which is still kind of alive. I'm going to clean it out and fill it up with some fresh soil and manure, and maybe plant some spinach and lettuces for the winter. Here's where I ripped out all the pumpkins the other day, and I actually had some volunteer peas growing in there. I don't know if you can see it up near the back is where the green onions, Egyptian onions are that you got me. And then I have some Jerusalem artichokes, which are really tall there. My zucchinis, giant collards over there, and some Swiss chard stuff. But, you know, when I was sick last month for a couple weeks, and the weeds got out of hand, got away from me, and then it's been raining for the past 2 weeks. This is like the first sunny day we've had in 2 weeks, so I do have some cabbages and stuff. I do have some things that will be growing over the winter here, but I just need to clean it out and mulch and get everything ready for next spring. So we've got 5 sows in here, I guess. And the chickens and the ducks and the geese, they kind of come in and out as they want to. Which I don't really like because they get into stuff and they poop all right in front of the front door. So I think we're going to put some chicken wire up here on the bottom because the barbed wire is just not enough to keep the birds in the pasture. I'd just like to keep them all in there. Yeah, the chickens can fly over, but the ducks and the geese can't or won't. Right over here is the pig pens where we keep the pigs when we need to confine them. That's an old rabbit hutch. The rabbits are died. Both died. They're old rabbits. Jim built this gate. So we built this deck with a ramp, you know, around the cabin. There's a hot tub up there. And solar hot water heaters, which aren't hooked up yet. We were going to use them for the hot tub, but it didn't quite work out. So we're going to use them for the house or the cabin or something, I'm not sure. And way over there is, you can see the water tower. Right behind the water tower, the gully goes down probably about 50 or 60 feet to our spring, and we have to pump up the water from the spring and fill up the tower. Right next to it is a beautiful laurel tree, which has our picnic table and stuff under it in a hammock where we like to sit in the summertime. It's a nice place. It's a beautiful tree. Cabin is not quite finished. Eventually we're going to, see we have these tarps over it. We're going to build a covering over the deck. And the inside's pretty much finished. It just needs a little bit of finish up work. Trim and stuff. And this is the area back here where Jim feeds the pigs. He gets slop from the local restaurants and schools and stuff to feed the pigs. And the ducks pretty much eat slop too. They like it. Is our barn house. It's got that big sliding door on it that goes into the garage part. So this end down here is garage. And at the other end is the door to the kitchen. And this drive goes down into the woods. And down to just a partial basement that we use for my root cellar and the generator storage underneath. See right down in there. Thomas, pick up that bottle in that flower pot, please. Here's the woods. There's some big, beautiful old trees down in here. All this mess right over here is bamboo. Keela, they call it here. And it's not really so much the upright bamboo, it's the weedy, trailing, vining bamboo. And it's really a problem because it takes over everything. It's actually native to here, but it still takes over too much. This is an open area here where some friends of ours used to camp and picnic, but right now it's filled with just stumps and stuff and a burning pile of it to burn. We're going to clean it out down there though and put like a little picnic shelter in there. And the woods go down to the creek way down in there. The whole property is about 7 acres. So next video I will do some indoor shots now that you've seen the outside part.
Ciao from Chile Expat.